Good day everyone. I Chandan will start with first chapter for class 10, that is life processes. Okay, firstly in this session we talk about the criteria which help us to decide whether something is alive or not. So first thing is which we can observe from the alive person or individual is the movement. All the living things move without the help of any external thing. Some movements are easily visible, like the movements of our body parts, and some movements are not easily visible, like molecular movements. So the molecular movements in cells and tissue is necessary for all life processes. Now comes to the second word, that is the name of the chapter, that is life processes. So what is a life process? Actually, the various activities performed by an organisms for their survival, that is termed them as a life processes. The basic life processes are nutrition, respiration, circulation, excretion, reproduction, etc. So in this first one we can talk about the what is nutrition. Actually it is the process of taking food by an organism and its utilization by the body for life processes. Okay, now we can talk about the need for nutrition. Actually organisms need the energy to perform various activity, and the energy is supplied by the nutrients that is necessary for us. And the organism need various raw materials for growth and repair, and these raw materials are provided by your nutrients. So now we can talk about what is a nutrient. So material which provide nutrition to organisms are called nutrients. For example, carbohydrates, proteins, fats are the main nutrients and are called macronutrients. We name them as a macronutrients, which are required in major amount, while the other like minerals and vitamins that are required in small amount, we name them as a micronutrients. Now we can talk about the various modes of nutrition, that is autotrophic mode of nutrition and heterotrophic mode of nutrition. So firstly we can talk about what is autotrophic mode of nutrition. It is a type of nutrition in which organisms prepare their own food from simple inorganic substances like CO2 and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll pigment, and they give rise to some organic products like glucose, and they releases out some extra oxygen as well. For example, like all green plants and some bacteria are there. Now we can talk about the heterotrophic mode of nutrition. It is a type of nutrition in which organisms get their food directly or indirectly from plants. For example, all animals, fungi and some bacteria are there. And these heterotrophic mode of nutrition, they are of further three different types. We can talk about first one is saprophytic, second is parasitic, and third one is holozoic mode of nutrition. So now first one is saprophytic. Saprophytic nutrition is a type of nutrition in which organisms get their food from dead and decaying matter. They break down the food material outside their body and then absorbs it generally. For example, mushroom, bread mold, yeast, some bacteria, etc. are there. Now comes to the second second type of heterotrophic nutrition, that is parasitic mode of nutrition. In this type of nutrition, mainly the organisms get their food from living organisms like some host and without killing them. For example, we having an example of cuscuta, leech, ticks, lices, roundworms, tapeworms, they all come under parasitic mode of nutrition. Now we can talk about the third, that is holozoic type of nutrition. It is a type of nutrition in which organisms take food directly and then digest and absorbs it. For example, amoeba, paramecium, then birds, humans, etc. all are the examples of heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Our next topic is nutrition in plants. So mainly we already know about the what is photosynthesis process. I can describe it again. It is a type of process by which plants prepare their food using carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll, and the food prepared is some sort of carbohydrate which is stored in the form of starch, that is later on stored in the form of starch. Now we talk about the processes of photosynthesis. So photosynthesis takes place in three main steps. They are, first one is absorption of light energy by the chlorophyll pigment. In second step, light energy get converted into the chemical energy and splitting up of water into hydrogen and oxygen takes place. And in third step, generally the reduction of CO2 takes place by hydrogen to form various type of carbohydrates.